Alright then, let's get rockin'. Silent Hill 2 Remake, UFO run, chainsaw only run, whatever you want to call it. There are a lot of different things going on, a lot of running, getting a lot of cardio in. That's a good thing, no doubt. Alright, I'm happy with that, I think we're good. Let's just see if the internet holds up. Hopefully my voice also holds up, because my goodness, I've been coughing up a lung for the past 2 weeks. I was part of a collab last night, and oh, I had to mute every 30 seconds to cough my damn lungs up. But as I say, pretty much every stream, I feel fantastic now. Surely it should be fine. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know, but enough waffling on, let's do this. I think we just got to Brookhaven Hospital. So I think the next thing we need to do from memory is we need to get a key by opening a padlock, by solving a puzzle involving pictures in the foyer. Speaking of solving puzzles and pictures, there's a discipline or a area of cryptography called... Is it It's not stenography, it's like sternography or something. Stenography is typing really fast, I think. But stenography, and I'm probably saying that wrong, but it's basically the idea that you can hide information inside picture files. You encode information into pictures, you can also do it in sound forms. The idea being that if you're under surveillance and you're a spy and you need to covertly transfer information, you use special software to encode pieces of information into a photo. You publicly post the photo on like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, whatever it is. Anyone can see it. But unless you know that there's something there, and unless you have the key, the cipher, you can't actually figure out the information. So you can publicly and openly transmit sensitive information that only the right people are able to see. I think there was a famous, I don't know how famous it is, but there was a streamer by the name of Pirate Software, who I know is still streaming and I know has fallen from grace, metaphorically speaking. But there was a clip I saw of him where he basically took a photo and he showed it on stream and says, there you go everyone, that's my password for Twitch, or his stream key or something. And what he meant by that is he had encrypted the information inside the actual picture. So only if you had the decryption key and knew what you were looking for could you actually retrieve it and then pwn his account. Now granted, it was a interesting demonstration, but still unwise to call attention to the fact that that's what you're doing, because it's just a matter of time until someone invents some algorithm which finds some way of detecting these things and suggesting what the cipher is. So there are 2 doctors. There are...
You looking for something in these photos?
7 nurses, 2 doctors. What's the third one? I think it's trees. The trees are down there. So 7 nurses, 2 doctors. 4 trees by the looks of it. So 742 in some combination. I can reread the note to see what order the numbers go in, but 742. Either that or I cannot math. Which is entirely possible, but it would just be embarrassing, you know. At least this time I'll try to mute more, rather than just cough my lungs up in your ears. Now... nurses, doctors, trees, so... yeah, 724. 724. There you go.
Second floor?
Basement.
Oh, of course.
I feel you, Maria. I feel you. Yeah, I know I've said this before, but in the original game, I didn't like the character of Maria, and then I played the sub-scenario, Born from Wish, where...
This place feels so empty. More than the other places we've been.
where you actually play as Maria after she first wakes up in Silent Hill, and you go through a little bit of a journey with her. And having seen that side of her character, I'm like, yeah, I actually now appreciate her a lot more. And I feel a lot of sympathy for... Okay, spoiler warning. Cover your ears. So we're getting ahead of ourselves. So, Maria is the manifestation of James's lusts towards his wife, basically, because she looks identical to his wife, but she's the more sexy version of her, okay? She's also the one who's like, I'm never going to leave you, I'll always be with you, blah, blah, blah. Considering what ends up happening to his wife, it kind of makes sense that his mind would create her as a kind of coping mechanism. But then if you think about it from her perspective, she was created from James's mind, from his own inner demons, from his own desires and thoughts. She sort of seems to exist to an extent, like she has her own will. She defies him depending on the ending you get. But by the same token, you can't really imagine her existing without him. So it's kind of like she's been created. She sort of seems to have her own thoughts and opinions and approaches. But yeah, it just seems sad. It's like she has been created, but she doesn't quite get freedom to make her own decisions. She just sort of exists. Now, given the method in which she was created, could she be happy? Probably. But still, I just find it kind of sad that she was created by him, but she didn't really get her own choice, as far as we see. Then again, maybe her choice is just to follow him. I think it's similar to an anime I watched many, many moons ago called Bacano, which has an alchemist in it. It has a lot more than that, but just it has an alchemist. And he creates homoculi, so human-looking servants that do his bidding, and they exist as long as he does. And there's just this scene where the alchemist is killed. Rather than the homunculus just disappearing after he's gone, someone else figures out how to do whatever it was that was keeping the homunculus alive and actually takes over the bond, if you will, and keeps it going. And I kind of like that idea of the homunculus existed, it was created to serve, but it was later given choices to sort of do its own thing. Nice.
Hey, this one's open.
Oh.
Nope. Doesn't work.
She's trying to solve problems. I like it. She's trying to help. She's not like freaking Ashley from Resident Evil 4 where she just runs around and screams a lot. This one's like, okay, let me help. Let me try this. And I can appreciate that. We are, after all, in this together.
Generator.
You think you could get it working? Might get the elevator running again.
Need some fuel.
James?
Seems like we're not alone down here. Whoa! Oh, must have been hiding in the corner there and I just didn't catch it. Oh, fair enough. It's a dead end. There's one right there. I saw that one. Oh, that does open. Oh, that's where we just came from. So that way's a dead end. That way's a dead end. We just went in there. This way. Oh, I see it. Bleach, Lord Detergent, starch, white sheets. The amount of bleach using is ridiculous and the sheets are not getting any whiter. I asked a question, just end it. Oh, that's dark. What is he doing that gets the sheets so soiled? You know? Hey, buddy.
Those things.
There we go. Let's explore the rest of this level before we go up, because once we go over... Well, I mean, we can definitely come back. But usually when we go over a wall like that, it's the end of an area and you can't come back around. Hello. Alright, we got the empty fuel can, now where's the fuel? Now, I could make a joke about the Iran war right about now and gas prices, but that would probably be a little sensitive. A little sensitive, especially for those who are, like, paying for gas right now. Oh dear. I see you.
Coming.
Not sure how that missed the first hit, but that's fine. Wait, what? Is there two, or did she get back up? Hang on, let me check. There's one there. Oh, no, I didn't finish it off. So I got back up. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, always finish him. And he's doing his little hoity-toity pose. I guess the drugs will do that to him. Yeah, always finish him. Because if you don't, they will just come back and cause you mischief. Because they got nothing to lose at this point, whereas you've just healed. Or you need to heal.
Hey, where are you going?
Don't worry. I'll be right back.
You better.
Aha. Time to siphon some gas. Alright, so we have gas. $1932. Is there anything odd going on the medical ward, dining halls? Because it's hospital 1932, there's a part of me that thinks is like an asylum wing or something equally grotesque. Seems like no. Oh, there she is. So now we can fire up that generator and get the elevators working. That's a dead end.
There's more of them.
You. Ah, I knew I heard one behind me. These ones are pretty bloody though. That makes me wonder if they just reanimated even though we put them down last time. Is there a third one in here? I know we finished it. No, okay. That one stayed down. Where's that damn generator? Told you I have the sense of direction like a... It's right here. Oi, oi, oi. I have a sense of direction like a mouse trapped in a paper bag. This is going to be noisy.
Let's check out that elevator.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, it's you. Come here, buddy. Ah. There we go. He must have been trapped in here the whole time.
I think they're gone. For now.
I agree. We're definitely not going to kill every single enemy in this game, because there have been times we just run away from them. But I think our kill count's going to be at least in triple digits. I could be wrong about that, but that's my hunch. Yeah, I think... Pretty sure we... already here, unless this area was locked down. Oh, it's behind a locked door, yeah. So there's probably like a, Oh, no, it's not behind a locked door. I just didn't properly explore this side, whole wing of the hospital. My bad. Always explore. Never know what kind of loot you're gonna find. And it has been a while since I last saved, so probably a good idea to do that as well. I think we'll be fine, because it does autosave, but... paranoid, you know? Oh yeah, it's night. It's nighttime. When we first entered the hospital, it was like, afternoon, warm light. And then as the adventure in the hospital goes on, it just becomes darker, and then I think at some point it starts pouring rain. Which I think is just a nice touch. I like when you have that kind of subtle environmental storytelling going on. Or even in the case of The Last of Us, the first part, it's not subtle. The game is broken up into chapters, so you have your summer, spring, winter, and the seasons sort of match the vibe of the story at the time. Like, if you remember the winter section, that's kind of dark. Like, really dark. I mean, that whole game is dark. But the first one is so good. The second one, Last of Us Part 2? No. I think Druckmann was quoted as saying once that the first game was about love, the second game was about hate. I feel that. The second game, there was a lot in there that made me hate it. Some of the characters, the gameplay itself. But, yeah. We don't have the key. Like, I wasn't violently opposed to Last of Us Part 2. It was always good seeing another version of that world, but I just didn't enjoy the game. I actually actively hated it. But, you know, totally cool that he made it. There was Part 3. I'd probably get it, but I'd wait till it was on sale and get it for cheap. I wouldn't pay full price for it, you know? Whereas if The Last of Us 1 came out again today, not like a remake or a remaster, but like the actual game somehow came out now, knowing what I know, I would totally buy it again. Full price, no less. Elevator.
Hey. You okay?
I'm sorry.
That's fine. What's going on? Are you hurt?
It's nothing. Probably just a hangover.
Maybe you should rest.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. So comfy.
I'm gonna go look for Laura. I'll be back as soon as I can.
James? I wanted to ask you. What if you can't find Mary? What will you do?
I haven't really thought about that.
Get back soon, okay?
Will we get some more dialogue is my question. Yes, we will.
Sorry, I just need a moment. I'm alright. I'm just tired.
That's fair enough. Getting pestered while you're trying to sleep is the worst. I do wonder what this turn towards the window was all about. Is that like a Call of the Void moment? I always found that interesting. You'd think humans would be wired for survival and there'd be nothing in us that would ever consider what the Call of the Void represents, but no. A lot of us get it from time to time. It's just like, why? What evolutionary advantage did that give us? Although a friend of mine once said that sometimes these intrusive thoughts we get are our brain's way of checking, hey, is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? Which I found really fascinating, and it would explain things. I think you've all experienced it, is when you're doing the dishes, right? You've got a sink, you've got soap and water, you're cleaning your dishes, and you pick up a knife and you go, and you think about it. And I'm not going to say what you think about because I think YouTube doesn't like that, but you think about it, and then you realize, hang on, why did I even think about that? That's horrifying. And then you put the knife to dry off to the side. And I never understood why that mechanism would exist. Why would anyone ever think that? Just doing the dishes, you know? But he was like, no, no, intrusive thought, it's just your brain going, hang on, is this really a bad idea? And then you say yes, and it's like, oh, okay, good, that's confirmed. Just checking. Which seems surreal to me. That's concerning. This place is a tetanus haven. Instead of Brookhaven, they should call it Tetanus Haven. What's he looking at though? Oh, I missed something. Alright, just hydrating and similar. So I want to go all the way down the hallway and go to the left. Sounded kind of weird.
Now, where is that girl?
Where indeed, James? Where indeed? This is going to be the next challenge, is taking up seeing how the nurses handle the chainsaw. My concern is that, because they seem pretty nimble, my concern is that they learn how to parry the chainsaw. Don't have the key code yet. Code's been reset to what we agreed on during the meeting in the doctor's lounge. Like I said, I don't want anyone writing it down on a little piece of paper for me to find. Be responsible, people. So someone's written it down for sure. It'll be on a post-it note somewhere. That doesn't look safe. That's a dead end. I suppose we can, where can we go, though? Ah, that way. Where she came from. Oh, we can get in here. Oh, that's from the old puzzle with the typewriter. I'm getting a lot better at muting when the coughing fit hits. It was the third day in a row I've said this, but I feel fine. And definitely have the energy to stream, but just like coughing fits come out of nowhere, man. I'm getting better at muting them. Not 100%, but better. Would it be smart to just wait until I'm fully recovered? Yeah, but it's already been 2 weeks. So I'm just like, come on. I'm itching. I got that stream itch. Needs scratching. Very dramatic. There really needed to be a nurse standing right there in the light for it to be cool. Come here, miss. This won't hurt a bit. Gonna assume 4 is enough. Alright, I think we're up to here. Yes, we were. just goes in a circle, which is fine. You know, I always found it weird when it comes to CPUs and how there's cores, right? I'm not talking about the concept of cores, I'm talking about the idea that you have, say, an i9, an i5, an i7, an i3, whatever it is, or if you're in Ryzen land, 579. And I was like, why would you make intentionally a CPU with more or less cores? Was it just to artificially create that whole tier system? And then I found out the other day that they make one CPU design, and then depending on how it goes through manufacturing, sometimes some chips have more cores that come through and actually work, and some have less. So it's not so much they intentionally designed it to be that way, it's binning tolerances. So you make one chip for the run, and then you have a bunch of them that are tested, and it's like, okay, this has 3 working cores, it's your i3. It's 4 cores, but you know what I mean. So this batch is your i5s, this batch is your i9s. And I just found that interesting. It's like the imperfections created this tiered system. I think it's the same with Apple Silicon as well, where they have one chip design for the generation, and then they, depending on how many cores come through and survive the manufacturing process, that's how you get your pro chip versus your normal chip, or however they do it. And the reason I thought of that out of nowhere is I was thinking of upgrading my CPU on my desktop PC. Currently got a Ryzen 5 and it's been chugging along just fine for years now. And I'm pretty happy with it, the performance of this old rig of mine. But I'm like, if the price is right, maybe now's the time to grab like a Ryzen 7. I think a Ryzen 9 is too expensive to justify, but I've seen Ryzen 7s going for relatively cheap. But then would it really make that much of a difference to my system is the question. There's probably a couple of websites out there where I could chuck in my PC specs and just get like a number saying it's 5% better, 10% better. This will be different, that'll be different. It probably won't be too much of a performance jump. But just one of those things in mind. I think that, and definitely more storage. Oof. That would scare the life out of you. A bent needle. Like syringe needle, not sewing needle. Especially in a hospital, Lord knows where that's been. Oh, look at all the blood everywhere. This is not a very comfortable and sanitary environment. We got the shoddy, and then we see the Hippocratic Oath right there. Doctor with a shotgun. Cures anything with one... Oh, cures anything with one blast. I do not want to see that TV show. Doctor, you've got a new patient. Click, click. Oh, I'll sort this right out. Sounds like something out of Idiocracy. There we go. Level 1, happy days. They don't call it the idiot box for nothing. Although these days we can call them smart boxes, smart TVs. I miss the old days when you had just a TV that had no Android operating system, no nonsense to it, just works as a TV. They set up a TV monitor at work, just an off-the-shelf one. The idea was going to be install it and then display live metrics of things we cared about monitoring. Its first usage was watching the World Cup football, so that tells you how much we were on board with that plan, but just seeing them set it up, some dude had to tether to his iPhone, he had to mess with the settings and set up a Google account or some other nonsense just to get the thing to work as a TV properly. Now, granted, I know you can just plug them into another source and have the source control it like a monitor. But even then, I've got a quote-unquote smart TV here, one of the cheaper ones. And I never connected to the internet, it's not connected to anything. It's never been on my network, it never will be. And I still get prompts every once in a while just saying, hey, sign to Netflix, do this. I'm just like, no! You're just a monitor. Just sit there and do nothing, wait for input. It's just annoying, you know? Where do we want to get to? L1's back this way. Oh, it's two of them. Where are you? Now there's none of them. Oh, what's that? Just cleaning products. I'd be lost. Lost, I tell ya. Alright, let's crack on as best we can. And then we go around the corner. And we could also go up those stairs, I think. Hmm. Oh man, this place is a fire hazard. Wait, where does that go? That goes over there somewhere? Oh, it goes right there. There we go. They brought in the girl today. Poor thing hasn't said a word. She just sits there, head in her hands, sobbing and quivering. I moved her to the corner bed. Seems to have calmed her down a bit. She even smiled at me, I think. I think nurses especially see the worst parts of humanity. Both the saddest and just the most depraved. They really are absolutely awesome. You're a nurse, give yourself a pat on the back. You've earned it for all the hard work you do. Same as if you're a doctor. Now, if you're a tax person, maybe not so much. I don't get money sometimes at accountants. I remember being in a boardroom meeting once, and we were there from the software side just answering questions and saying, okay, what do you need? What features? How's this going to work? And I was just sitting there opposite like 3 accounting people, and they were just saying stuff, and I'm just like, are you even speaking English? This makes no sense. What do you mean the left side has to equal the right side? I don't understand. I don't get this. Like, I get how money works. I get how budget works. You have X amount of money coming in, you track your expenses, and then whatever's left over is your disposable income. I treat savings as an expense. So every time I get my weekly paycheck, I go, my weekly bills are this. I have a savings target of X amount of dollars. I treat that savings target like an expense or a bill. It's not. It just money goes away into an account. It sits there for my emergency fund. And then any money left over is free to use on anything I need to. Very simple. And then, of course, we won't get into investing and shares and all that kind of stuff, but there's another level to it, which I won't talk about here, which I do. But just seeing these accounts people talk about, I'm just like, why are you overcomplicating it? I mean, what do you mean everything has to be on the balance sheet? What do you mean everything? How do you put a loss on it? How does that work? Why do you have to tie this to this? I don't get it. Which is very confusing. So I think accountants in general are just strange to me. Maybe I'm the strange one, but whenever I've heard them talk, I'm just like, what? Why are you overcomplicating this? It makes no sense. Oh, you just know this is someone's nightmare. They really could have built the tension a bit more with that, but just leaving him trapped down there and you have to move left or right a bit and try and find a way out. Ah, I see a way to crawl. Just like I see my frames have disappeared again. Need to find the save point. That seems to fix it every time, is when the frames die, find a save point, restart the game, and then you're back to roughly 60 most of the time. Oh, this is my kind of place. You got books everywhere, nice and quiet. You got carpets down, you got nice chairs, you got books everywhere to read. You've got a fort over here. Come on, guys. You have an actual fort. This is heaven to me. Okay, maybe not so much heaven. Why won't they help me? Why do they keep me in here with him? That's kind of dark. There's the broken bull key in the corner there, so that's one of the other puzzles from the original. Oh. La cafeteria. I think that's closed, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh. Alright, one thing I'm going to try and do. Got my lozenges to help with the coughs. And the cough medicine I took earlier. So I've got a few. Got me a few strategies in place. It's not from, you know, coughing my lungs out, but I will see if any of them work. Alright. Time to take stock. What do we actually have? I think we missed something. We've got the bent needle, but we don't have the string, so we don't have all the puzzle pieces there. Hmm. Let's go up the stairs. We haven't checked that out yet. Oh. See, I always go the wrong way. There could be only two pathways, and I will always go the wrong bloody way every time. Why? 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 If I'm cursed with a bad sense of direction, you think I would have got some other benefit in exchange, you know? Assuming things are fair. But I didn't. I have no such benefit. I just have a terrible sense of direction. And terrible everything else. Alright, so I'm pretty sure this just goes to the basement, which we've already gone to. And then I'm pretty sure... Is this still locked? Yeah, this would still be locked. Oh no, we've opened it. Alright, my bad. Le nurse's station. We didn't check out the director's office. And the locker rooms. The nurse's lounge. I think they were saying there's a code somewhere there that'll probably get us the keypad, and that'll be the next way forward. Hmm. Outbursts of aggression, hallucinations. Water had a calming effect. Insomnia. Hmm. Can't be left alone. Oh. That's really sad. We need all three to pull it off, so we'll hang on to that for now. We need a button. That looks so much like a mechanical keyboard switch. I can't unsee it. I think those are all like alchemical symbols. And I recognize that painting from Signalis. I don't remember what it's called though. Really fantastic game, Signalis. I highly recommend it. Alright. For lack of a better option, we head to the nurse's lounge. Because who doesn't want to see nurses lounging, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if I missed anything. It's my hunch is that I've missed a code and that the keypad's the next step. I don't think I missed anything. Doctor's Lounge. Let's get up to level 3 then. If we can. Maybe that's a missing piece of the puzzle.
Hey, are you okay?
Go away!
Don't be afraid, I just want to talk.
Do you feel better now, James? It sounds like something's coming from down there, but we just came that way. There we go. Not exactly my most stealthy moment, but it kinda worked. Alright, so we came up there. That's a dead end, that doesn't open. D3 is open, but we've gone into that, that's fine. And that goes up to the roof. finish exploring this floor, and then we'll do exactly that. Want food. Something is very wrong. Ugh. That's ominous. You don't want a patient chart and then it just stops halfway through saying something is very wrong. Aha! We have a key. That gives us our next destination. Dr. Andrews, we delivered the radiographs you requested. However, it looks like the file was incomplete as one of the pictures was nowhere to be found. We will send somebody as soon as we locate it. Let me know if you need anything else. And I can see that we need to solve a puzzle, but we need a extra X-ray to do it. We don't have the numbers. Oh, we were just in there. Oh, we don't have the rift key. Level 1 inner ward it is then. Save often, I always say. Well, I don't always say it, but I do it. Alright, let's roll. Oh, lost my frames. Why are we at 26? I gotta be honest, I never really cared about frame rates too much. I was always happy with 30. Which makes me one of those heathens who is just like, I just like the game, you know? Yeah. But with those, anything less than 30, I'm just like, it's getting a little choppy, you know? There's level 2, level 3 can be accessed through the elevator, which is on the other side of the wing. Let's check in on Maria as well. I don't think we'll get any more dialogue out of her. I'm just curious about one thing. She's right there. Oh, she's still there.
Hey. Any luck finding Laura?
Not yet. How are you holding up?
I'll be okay. Just need a bit more rest. James, thanks for checking up on me. It's very sweet of you.
Yeah. Get some rest. I'll be back soon.
My gut feeling is that that's probably part of the conditions to get the Maria ending, but we're going for the UFO ending here, so wouldn't even say that pathway. Alright, C1. What's in C1? How did I miss that? I don't know. I'm all over the place. We have to get level 1 anyways. The stairs are right there. Let's just get to level 1. Let's just get to level 1. The elevator's right here. There we go. Ba, 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 ba. There we go. Level 1 inner ward, it said. I imagine it's this way. It'll either be why is this always open? Oi. There you go. At least she was there. There's like tears or something? I think that nurse has heard some shenanigans. I think someone over here. Come here, you. There we go. Peace and quiet. Alright, next up. This way. Wait, not that way. That's the cafeteria. There we go. Just an elevator with no buttons. There we go. Alright, so nothing going up on over there. Ooh. I don't think this is exactly the most hygienic of kitchens. A cool radio. I gotta say, I love the older technology, like the old TVs and the radios. They just look nice. They have like wood paneling and some other things. You still see it on higher end synthesizers. I think Dave Smith Instruments, and I know I've got a Korg Prologue which has wooden panels on the side. It's just a nice little touch. It does nothing to tone or build or anything. It's just nice, you know? Calm down, James. Calm down. It's in the walls, deep inside. The mold remover gets rid of it for a while, but then this thing reappears in the exact same spots. We need to get in there, break it all down if we have to, and root it out. It's weird when the crazy people, or seemingly crazy people, are actually right. Come here, buddy. Come here, champ. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the worst thing that you can say to a guy is, "Thanks, champ." How you doing, buddy? Oh dear. Food aids in mental health. Ironically enough, yes. There's a very strong connection between the stomach and digestion and the brain, which is probably where the whole gut feel saying came from, is because, yeah, there is a connection between gut and brain that we didn't quite understand. So you always... What the hell is that? Must be a bird. So you always want to try and maintain good gut health where you can. Oatmeal with fruit, baked beans, sausage, eggs, cider salad, not bad. Pork cutlets, potato, grilled vegetables. Yeah, it's not that bad. Well, there goes our stealth. Thanks, James. Let's see if we can still sneak up on it, though. Were there two of them, or...? Oh. It was you. Finish you off. That's the kitchen we were just in. Well, at least they're trying. Like, remember to wash your hands, but then this place is a bit of a mess. Alright. That'll get us back through that way. Pharmacy is still locked. What do I actually have? Mold remover. I imagine that'll be useful for the X-ray when we find it, but we need keys. Wherefore art thou keys? Is there something in the kitchen that we missed? I doubt we can go sliding down that chute where all the cockroaches were, but... Ugh, nor would we want to, that's grotesque. Guess we go down the stairs. Or up the stairs. Because these stairs are a bit indecisive, you know, they go both ways. Ba-dum-tsh. Oh dear. Oh, we've already been up here. It must be C1 then. Yeah, C1. That is the way. Keep running straight, turn to the right. And that should be on the left. Yes. I'm a genius. Flying 2 was conducted with something in response to incident 071. I remember lying in water, empty, and then I felt him stare. He was close, very close. I had to get out, had to get away, but he followed. He kept staring, so I made him stop. Now I'm empty again. Can we go back to the pool? Very Cthulhu-esque. He was staring. And that just makes it easier to go that way. Calm down, James. Alright. Does this go anywhere? Hello. Oh, I keep missing him. Whoa. There we go. A proper dance right now. Whoa. Oi. Trying to dodge here. Alright, James. We got it. Go for this now. There you go. 1 for 1. It sounds like there's something else in here, but I don't... Oh, there it was. Right, that's where we came in. We've done that. We've checked that out. That's all good. Stop. Jojo posing James. And that just goes out into the hallway. Yeah, there's like nothing... Nothing really there. Oh, I'm missing something. I am missing something. There's bound to be something very obvious that's right in front of my face. Aha! I didn't get into the doctor's lounge or the pool. On the first floor. I am an idiot. I am absolutely an idiot. Alright. Let me blow my nose and then we'll crack on. Alright. Level 1. Stairs are behind me and down. Oh, we could take the elevator. That's the most atrocious elevator music ever conceived. Level 1. Let me go this way. I've got to say I love the sound of rain. What I love is a nice quiet day, bit of light rain, storm in the distance. Then you just stay home and you do something chill. You read a book, you watch a movie. Well, probably don't watch a movie because the sound will get distracted. Just read a book, read some comics. Just relax, enjoy nature from the safety and security of... Ma'am? Just make sure you stay down, shall we? Alright, we've been that way. Durham's closed off. There we go. Peace and quiet. Send Doctor's Lounge and give us the code for the nurse's station. If we can get in there. And we can. It's all coming together. I totally did just miss an entire area. The case bears a disturbing similarity to a situation that took place in the facility a few years back. The patient was admitted on a court order, but with the consent of his remaining family. His condition appeared to be improving for the first few weeks. The administered medications paired with individual sessions with a psychologist and art therapy alleviated his evolution. And hedynia and social withdrawal. There was no reason for concern. They didn't even know anything was wrong until the night guard reported one of his keys was missing. When they found him, it was already too late. I don't even know what those conditions are. Yeah, we're cooking with gas. Oh. You know, I heard a rumor once. I don't know if it's true. I think it is. So modern doctors go through a ridiculous amount of hours. So they come out of med school, they do all that stuff, and they go in and they do their first residency at a hospital to learn and stuff. And the hours they're expected to do, the things they're expected to suffer through, is absurd. And I remember reading once that the doctor that invented that level of expectation was high on cocaine most of the time when it used to still be legal. So your average doctor is forced to carry out a routine that was previously done by a dude who was high on coke every day of his life. So it's like, you need to keep up with this dude. We'll totally ignore the fact that he was high every single day. Again, a lot of respect for doctors. They go through a lot. They are quite wise when it comes to the ways of medicine and healing people. I just think it's a little unfair that they're not getting the same chemical advantages, but the same expectations as the dude, you know? That being said, never skimp on quality. That's just a note, so we can leave that. We've already read it. The shower room. I do need one, actually. Before I come out today. I think the only thing I need to do is run some errands. But definitely wanted to get a stream in first. So, get my stream in, do my errands, go through the VOD, see if there's anything interesting. Shower room is locked. How on earth could we get into the... Yeah, go outside basically. So cut through the day room, get into the garden, and then from the garden try and get into the pool. If the direct way is blocked, go around. And if that way is blocked, go around the other way. And if every way is blocked, TNT. Remember, it's funny, many moons ago, we had a school assembly, right? And the teacher was like, let's bring on old students who talk about their careers and inspire our young people and whatnot. And they brought some dude over who was an archaeologist, and he said to us, and I quote, "If anyone ever gives you the chance to play with TNT, you say, yes." And I'm just like, okay. Not sure why an archaeologist is talking about that, but I guess you have to be a little bit more aggressive in some of the digs. Uh-huh. We don't have the string yet, so... Got out of the pool and made a break for the garden, cutting himself wide open in the process. Completely manic screaming, had the orderlies hold him down, barely managed to stitch him up. He's back in his room for now, sedated. It must be wild, some of the things our poor nurses have to deal with in this world. Wait, are you... Yeah, you're done for. Where are my frames? Feel the rain. Ooh, that's nice. I would actually like one of those. Little wooden chest thing. Not sure what I'd put in it, but it'd just be nice to have, you know? Whoa! Where'd you go? There we go. Now I can enjoy my garden stroll in peace. This is a nice little garden, though. Oh, it'd be so nice to be in this little shed. Just be out here with a good book, bit of something to drink, have the rain on the roof. Awesome. What happens if we try and... No, I can't. Okay. I was just curious. The number of times that I press that dodge button, it just doesn't work. Although to be fair, this playthrough we have the chainsaw, so I'm kind of like... I have the... Yes, James, you have chainsaw. Pretty much have the advantage, so I'm just not too fussed about occasionally losing a confrontation with one of the mannequins. Yeah, in the first playthrough, ooh, I was raging so bad. Like every 10 seconds, one of them would just pop out of nowhere and I'd have to fight for my life. Whereas this time around, we're doing pretty damn good. Aha! Perfect. Exactly what we need. Only problem is I don't know where... Actually, no, I know exactly where it is. I was about to say I don't know where to use them. So we'll combine you with you. And then... Don't know what we're supposed to combine that with. It's just outside. It's where we shall find what we need. Nope. There we go. Excellent. Got pool key. Go for a bit of swim. Better hope it's heated though, because it is chilly out. There we go. Not gonna cause any shenanigans, are you? Excellent. You. Come here, you. There you go. Okay. Where's that nurse station? One level above. Going straight into... I already been in there. And, I mean, I could just use the elevator that's right there. That would also work. But the stairs are right here. Stairs are right here. We need to get our cardio in for the day. Kind of went the wrong way, but we got there in the end. Alright. Alright. So. The picture. So it's either that way or that way. It was that way, okay. Excuse me. Ooh. You know, I guarantee that in this world there's some kind of bizarre beauty treatment involving cockroaches and laying in a bath. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. There's like mud masks and all this other strange stuff. There's probably cockroach bait somehow. Ooh. Oh. If you can think about it, it probably exists. That gives us the X-ray puzzle. They feed me garbage and rotting meat, crawling of maggots, thick with sinew. They make me bite down. The juice is red and yellow. Hit the back of my throat. I choke and I gag and I vomit. So my throat is sore, an aching, throbbing tube of flesh. I push it all out, but I can still taste it. I forget what the name of it is, but there's this condition of someone who will... bulimia, that's it. Where they'll throw up after eating for various reasons. Sounds like a really bad case of that. Alright, so we've sorted that out. We now need to get to the X-ray room. Where's that? Where is the X-ray room? The X-ray room is upstairs on level 3. How do I get level 3? There's some stairs right there. Literally right there in my frame of view. I should have seen him. Should have seen him and be like, oh. The X-ray room is right here. Where'd you come from? Surprised I didn't take care of that one already. Unless the dang thing respawned or something. All right. And there we go. So let's get that out of the way for now. 3712. 3712. Oh, is that combination locking in? It's just across the way. 3712. 37. So... $37. Can't be 3712. Hang on. 3712. Oh. Am I missing a... Wrong spot. There you go. 43712. 43712. Okay. Four. 37. 12. Ooh. Ooh. That would be the dude who's cutting himself a lot. Alright, we've got everything we need for the puzzle in the director's office. And that would also make for a pretty good stopping point as well. So we get to director's office, do that puzzle, and then I believe it's an otherworld section. And then we can progress from there. Wait, is it? Have we done everything? Yeah. Here we have. Actually, no, we need to go to the rooftop as well. That's the other thing on the old to-do list. But yeah, I think that's definitely the play, is keep going till we get to the otherworld section, then call it there. And then the next stream can be getting through all of Brookhaven, otherworld section, and then escaping to Silent Hill Historical Society. And then that makes the final streams the end of the game. I think this is a solid plan. I think this would work. Wait, I'm already lost. Let's save. Yeah. Down a level. And then the director's office is directly ahead. Probably should try to actually solve the puzzle. You know, look at the clues. Memos. This is level 1. Three oh one 3 298 295, and then I'm guessing 3 levels to the hospital, 3 levels to the band, which level are they each on, so 295's on level 1. Except these. Don't work. Theoretically, how many permutations could there actually be? Not that many. Excellent. Where is the storage room? There's the button. Oh, he's got a conspiracy board. I'm quite concerned that he has a lobotomy tool diagram there as well. That's not good. Manticore. There we go. Let's put the button in, figure out the combination, and then we Gucci. Alright. Now I'm gonna chill a little bit and take a photograph of this on my phone, so that I don't have to keep running back between rooms all the time. Now granted, I could just write it down on a notepad, but we're in the technological age, you know? There we go. We're in the age of technology. Alright. Let's go solve this dang puzzle. Wait, what's the actual clue though? That's just his diary. Oh, hang on a second. It's directly behind me, I think. So 92. 92 would be triangle and H. Oh, I get it. Just reset it. 92. Four, 5. Wait. 4, 5 is 4 and 5. And then the final one is 71. And 71 is that and jackpot. Got the rooftop key. The images become blurry, melting together. I could no longer tell. Not sure if I can do it, but maybe you can. This will take you to where you need to be, though probably not the way you want to. It's like everyone took a lesson in cryptic, and they're putting their skills to use. Alright, that's that done. We are then going up the stairs. There we go. They are reviving. Even when you knock them down, they get back up. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Never gonna keep me down. Yeah, this song, it's a motivational one, but that song was all about just getting drunk. Because when you actually get so drunk, you pass out, and then you stand up and get more alcohol. X-ray room, rooftop. Perfect. Is exactly where we need to go according to the cryptic note. I see bullets. We want those bullets. Ah. Gimme. Gimme my shotgun shells. We ain't going that way. Not going that way. Yeah, that's where we got an encounter. Stayed out the window all day, peaceful here, nothing to do, still not allowed to go outside. Talked to the doctor a little. Would they have saved me if I didn't have a family to feed? I know I'm pathetic and weak. Not everyone can be strong. Rain again. The meds made me feel sick today. If I'm only better when I'm drugged, then who am I anyway? brain as usual. I don't want to cause any more trouble for anyone, but I'm a bother either way. Can it really be such a sin to run instead of fight? Some people may say so, but they don't have to live in my shoes. It may be selfish, but it's what I want. It's too hard like this. It's just too hard. The doctor came in today. He said that I'll be released soon, that it's time to go home. I should be happy, but I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I feel like something's about to happen, like the last gasp of air before the plunge. But deep down, I know it's too late to turn back. Rude. I do like how he changed it up, I will say. Ah. We're now on the other side of the door. Two bunnies and the big bad wolf. I think James is the big bad wolf in this particular drawing. Oh crap, I just realized something. Oh no. I just remembered the boss we have to face, and I just remembered... Oh, how are we going to take this guy on with just the chainsaw? Could this be the end of the chainsaw only run? Guess how do I get him down from the seal? Oh no. Well, let's get in there and see what we're dealing with. There's no point giving up before we've even really tried, you know? Maybe he has a attack pattern where he drops to the ground, and then we can get him then. Alright. Let's do this. Alright, we hydrate, we blow our nose, let me go for it. Alright, let's do this.
How do you know my name?
Eddie told me.
That big, fat blabbermouth.
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
I just do. What's the big deal?
Why can't you just tell me?
You gonna yell at me if I don't?
No. I won't. Please, just... I need to know.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Fine, don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey!
Let go.
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura,
It's important.
what is it?
A letter. From Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Kids be cruel, man.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here. Laura?
Haha!
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Laura? Open this door right now.
What's the magic word?
Laura!
Nope, that's not it. I guess I won't open it.
Damn! Let me out of here, you little brat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Laura? Please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See a fart face?
Laura! Laura!
Come on, Chainsaw Chan, let's do this. It's just you and me, girl. Oh, this is gonna be challenging. Oh. I may have, ooh. I may have thought this was a bit... Second phase? Second phase, okay. No. Okay. That boss was not as hard as I thought it was. Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic.
James. James.
Okay. Yeah, that was nowhere near as difficult as I thought it would be. Just shows how OP the chainsaw is. It can be fixed. Recommendations stop at nothing. Hyperfocus. Oi. Is that really such a bad thing? Can be useful. Alright. Let us find a save point, which there's one right there. And yeah, like I said, we'll save up. We will... Is that a piano? Yeah. We'll save for now. We'll wrap it up here, stream-wise, and I will continue the next time that I have an opportunity to stream, probably next weekend around the same time. We'll try and get through the hospital and get to Silent Hill Historical Society in the next one. And then that means we get through... Oh. Realistically, we'd have to do longer streams, maybe 4 hours each, and then we could probably beat the game next weekend. Because I am keen to get the UFO ending. And if we can do the whole thing with just the chainsaw, I'll be very happy. Not because it's particularly hard, just because I've never done a run of any game with just one weapon all the way through. I think the closest I've ever come is Fallout 4. I don't know if you've ever played that one. There's a character there who uses a 44 Magnum, really upgraded one, and I thought that weapon was cool, and I'm like, ooh, wouldn't it be cool to do a gun-only run just using the 44? Although, come to think of it, I could never pull it off because you get the 44, ammunition is so scarce you can never keep it loaded, so you end up having to use a knife as well. So I ended up going and doing a build which was power armor, 44 Magnum, fully upgraded, except the scope, and the Ripper, just the little chainsaw knife, and I beat the whole game with that. Freaking death claws? Yes, please. Alright, save again, because I'm paranoid. We're nearly at 10 hours. It took us 22 last time, jeez. Well, I'm taking my time, so it's all good. Alright then, but... First and foremost, thank you so much for everyone who pops in to catch the VOD later. Apologies for any coughing you hear. I did try to mute a lot more this time around. Like I said, I feel better, but sometimes the coughing fit just comes out of nowhere. By next weekend, I should be fully healed, or I'll be in the hospital. Probably fully healed, because like I said, I feel much better. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up for now. First and foremost, thank you so much for anyone who catches the VOD. Just as a reminder that there's some short stories on this channel for you to check out. I also have an Odyssey page and a Twitter, so there's a couple of good things over there if you'd like to check it out. But until next time, wishing you a good day, afternoon, evening, and good night. And yeah, till then, bye-bye. And yes, I still haven't upgraded my stupid little stream pages, so it still says back in 5, even though I'm actually finishing. I've just been lazy.